No, buddy. Buddy, no. Why you want to go to town on that right away? Morning, guys. How was it? Mark Ferrasci with Protect Dog Training, and buddy, I got my magnets on my shirt. They get stuck to the dog. We've gone over the last couple of days. We started with a little bit of leash control, showing you some motor movements, how you handle the leash, where it should be in your hands. And yesterday I gave you a right about turn. Today I'm going to show you a left-hand turn. Now keep in mind that each one of these turns is designed to do a different thing. When the dog's walking, he's going to do different behaviors. He's going to float out in front of you. He's going to maybe go too far off to the left. He might dip in behind your body. So all these turns are basically have to be done in the right timing in conjunction with whatever that dog's behavior is. To remind him he's supposed to be at your side and to motivate him either with food or whatever you're doing to get the dog in that position, right? I don't have any food today, I've got toys, so his mental attitude, his drive state is going to be a different place, right? Which is fine, and I'll try to show you this left-hand turn. So right about turn, designed for when the dog's too far out in front. We've shown you a little bit of handling of how you handle the leash, and now we're going to show you the left-hand turn. Keep in mind that when you're heeling the dog, you're going to do a lot of starting, stopping, and then throwing in these turns in conjunction. And usually I flow into a right about turns, and then I throw in a left. And with a mix-up, what I've been talking about, the powers of 2s and 3s, it really comes down to the nucleus of this, because you've got 4 or 5 different things that you're going to be doing, different turns you can do, directions you can go, and that's the mix-up, right? So I start with my right about turns, do a few of those. Remember, powers of 2s and 3s. So I do things in patterns. I'll do one, then I'll do another one, then I'll switch and I'll do a left-hand turn, then I'll throw in a right about turn, stop, start, stop, start. And you're mixing things up and you're putting this whole thing together in a pattern that's going to create that behavior of heeling and staying at your side, right? So let's show you this left-hand turn today. And then as we go along, we'll talk more about motivation and some other things. I want to take it to the motivational side more so than I do the corrections, because corrections can be done, but remember that our whole philosophy and our baseboard of our training is now in a positive mode. So we want to do more positive than we do negative. I don't have food on me this morning. I just got out here and did my little potty walk with him, and I want to do this real quick. It's going to be 105 today here, so it's going to be a little warm. I'm trying to beat the heat while I'm doing this. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nope. Yeah. Good. Good boy. All right, so thumb in the loop, slack in my right hand, test my slack and get to my default position, all right? All right, good boy. Make sure everything's good. And then I would say the dog's name, followed by the hand signal command for heel, right? So with the left-hand turn, what we're doing with this one, each one is designed for a specific thing. Dogs have a tendency to want to crowd your body and they'll get all over you. And as you start to do this stuff, they really don't want to have it done to them. So what they'll do is they'll do what I call opposition. They'll protest behavior. Okay, and they'll do a lot of little stuff that's very subtle that most people that are just starting with dogs don't get. And the dog's protesting the fact that he wants to not be messed with, and he wants to take control of you, right? So the left-hand turn is a good example of that. Buddy, oh yeah, yeah. Where when I'm walking, the dog will have a tendency to want to crowd my body, and I'm tripping over the top of him because I want to do right about turns. Well, think about that. The dog's learning to be on my side and flip around my body. So he starts getting the idea if I'm in the dad's way, he can't do anything to me. And I am taking control, meaning, buddy, oh yeah, good. Starts thinking that he's in control. So they'll crowd your body and they're in the way. Well, the answer to this is a left-hand turn. Left-hand turn is done as you're walking. I take a long-reaching left. I pivot on the ball of that left foot all the way around to my left hand. So when I usually teach this, I want to get my customers to understand how square the turn should be. So I tell them to pick a spot. Pick a spot, meaning a tree, a pole, something that can be used as a straight line. And you'll go towards your object, and you have off to your left, you'll have an object that you use as your pointer. And right when you get to that mental line from that point to you, you're going to want to do a left-hand turn. Walk straight towards that object and then pick another point to your left and do another square. So in other words, your turns have to be very square and right on top of themselves. So again, we do this as we're walking, a long reaching left, out of the turn with the right foot ahead, we're pivoting right to the left hand, and then you keep walking and then do another one. So you want to have a big square, a very square, okay? Buddy, should look like this. OPA, okay, pivot. Excuse me if I'm off screen. I pick a line, pivot, and go. Pick a line and go. Should be very square. Okay? Notice my hand. Look what I'm doing. I'm guiding the leash. There's no tension, but I'm guiding. If I need to, I can give him a jerk release backwards. Yeah. Good. So, should look like this. Oh, yeah. Good. Pivot. Ball hits the ground. We pivot on the ball of the left foot, out of the turn with the right foot ahead, and then follow through and keep walking. So again, as I'm walking, long reaching left. Let me see if I can get back on screen here. I don't know where you're at in relationship to me, so let's try to make it work. Good. As I'm walking, long reaching left, pivot out of the turn with the right foot ahead, and then keep walking, okay, with that left leg. So it's plant the left leg, pivot out of the turn with the right ahead, and then keep walking, right? And then you've got to handle this leash the whole time. I can use a jerk release backwards. I can use food, motivational type of things. So here we go with a motivational. Oh, yeah. And if you notice, Buddy's dry state changes dramatically, right? See if I can get back on screen. I'll show it to you again, coming right at you. So as I'm walking, long reaching left, pivot out of the turn with the right ahead, and then keep walking in a nice square. No. No. Up yeah. Good. Back. Good. Kusha. Follow there. Up yeah. Kusha. Follow there. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully that was good enough. Mark Ferrasci, Pro Tech Dog Training on a Labor Day weekend. Hey, if you haven't seen it, guys, go online and look up IPO Nation. They're doing a live broadcast of a Schutzen trial. It's a Nationals. I'm not sure where it's at. You'd want to log on, but they've got all kinds of clips of different dogs that have been working. They've had a lot of good, nice off-breeds. German Shepherds are usually the accepted breed in the sport, but there is allowed a lot of different dogs. So they've had a Schnauzer out there today that was doing a great job, that took the top of the leaderboards. Don't know how it'll end up in the end, but man, he was doing good. Beautiful looking dog. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.